Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Spintires Mudrunner, and welcome back to, which one is this? Is this The Crossing? Let me take a look at the map here. Yeah, I think this is The Crossing, because that is, yep, that's The Crossing. Right, so we're right where we left off. We need to get some watch points opened up here. And I guess there's several ways we can do this. We're in that big polar truck right now. We've got a 4-axle. We've got that little car. I don't think that thing's going to get too far into the woods. We've got a K700. We've got, I'm trying to think of something kind of mid-sized. You know what I mean? Let's try this thing. I think this is going to be a good compromise. So let us, where do we want to go? First place we want to go is the garage. Get a little repair. And then we're going to get a little fuel, right? Right back here. And then we're going to go right up here. I believe this is the entrance. This is a tricky watch point down here. I've found this one before. It's really weird to get to. But I think we're going to be all right. Right, here we go. So, what is going on in gaming world? What's going on in general? I can tell you, I am in a new Airbnb, and man, I really lucked out. You know, it's kind of rolling the dice with Airbnb, and I rolled a winner. This place, it's like a cabin out in the woods, and there's an office upstairs. There's a loft there's a loft upstairs that has an office in it. It's already set up. Big desks, big chairs, everything. The only thing is, it's got this tiny little, like, twisting ship's ladder to get up there. So it was, I wouldn't say it was a pain, but it took a few trips to get everything up here. But I have my whole rig set up on a giant desk, spread out, plenty of room, not crowded. It's just beautiful. And it's this really kind of idyllic setting. It reminds me a lot of Mammoth Lakes, California, because I was in some downtown areas recently. That's where I was living, and I mean, like, really downtown, like gunshots and cops going by all the time, like right up in the downtown area. And this is completely the opposite. I went down to there's a little grocery store market down the street, close enough to walk. So I went down there last night, and do I need anything while we're here? I don't think we do. We don't need the fireproof exhaust unless we're hauling fuel, and we're not. Yeah, that's other stuff. What is this? Fuel repair. We don't really need that. No, I think we're just going to risk it. Okay. So I went down to the market last night, and it's close enough to walk. It's only half a mile or so. And I got outside the front door, and I couldn't even see my way up the driveway. I had to turn the light on in my phone because it is like woods dark. And I don't know what your situation is if you've ever spent time like out in the country, but when it gets dark in the country, it is like dark. No street lights, no nothing. Like, can't see your hand in front of your face, dark. So that was a really kind of a transition for me, because I've been in those downtown areas so much lately, and it's really nice. It really does remind me of Mammoth Lakes, big pine trees and these little like cabins and cottages and bungalows like set back in the trees. Really, really nice. And it was great walking back up the hill from the market last night with my little bag of groceries. Just super chill and relaxing. The air smells good. It's quiet. So yeah, really got lucky with Airbnb, as you do sometimes. And I did. So we're going to be, and there's also the internet is 50 meg down pipe, 15 meg up pipe, which is fantastic, because these videos, when I finish them, they're anywhere between like probably 6 and 12 gig, and uploading 12 gig, that's going to take a minute. So at 15 meg up pipe, it certainly goes faster than some of the other internet speeds that I've had lately. And really the only compromise, I mean, I can't spend 15 hours uploading a video. So what I'll do is either try to make them shorter, or sometimes I'll cut the quality a little bit, like reduce the bit rate, or things that I can think of to take the file size down. So it's nice to be able to crank the file size again. Fuel is why we came down here. So yeah, man, that's super cool. What else is going on that's awesome? American Truck Simulator, Oregon DLC will be out in 2 days. Now, sometimes you'll see in the Steam store, it will let you buy things like ahead of time, and then they download typically 1 p.m. Eastern time is when things go live. At least for me, they do in my experience. Could be a little different for you, but that's when they seem to go live for me. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be available to like pre-order tonight. But I like, when I can, I like to do that, because then I don't need to be like sitting here near my system to download it when it becomes available. It's already bought. It just downloads automatically. So we'll see. We'll get that going. And I normally would not do an ATS video until Saturday, and that DLC is going to drop on a Thursday, so I might do kind of just a surprise preview, because you know I'm trying to grow my channel. You know I am, and I am seeing more views on my videos. I am seeing more traffic. I'm super, super excited, and really almost sort of flattered by that. You know, I really want to make good videos, and when I see people watching them, it's like, okay, maybe I'm doing something right. So that's super cool to see the traffic on the channel growing. But I know that the biggest videos that I've done have been typically for like new things. So I try to do that. Anytime something significant drops, I try to make a video for it. So rather than waiting till Saturday, I may do kind of a surprise. Well, it can't be a surprise because I just told you about it, but you know what I mean. Kind of like an out of sequence video for ATS for that Oregon DLC. Plus, I just want to see it and play it. And you know, I don't really, with the channel now, I don't really play a sim unless I'm recording, and I don't want to wait till Saturday to play Oregon, because it's been a while. You know what else I realized that is really sort of cool for me about gaming is, you know, I know for a lot of these sims that we're into, for a lot of these sims that we're into, oh, we need this one now. Right, so we're gonna go back here and back here. Oh man, wait till we try to get back here. This is a nightmare to find this one, but we got to do it. We got a full bag of gas. We're going for it. So something that I've noticed, like, I understand you can't really, something like ATS or ETS, you can't really win, you know? It's not that kind of a game that you win. But at the same time, you can be, you know, better at it or good at it. And you know, I like to be good at things. And when I think about the Oregon DLC, and when I think about, you know, first getting into, I started with ETS like a lot of people do. That was my gateway drug. When I think about ETS and then getting into ATS, in fact, reverse that. The first time I saw a truck sim, I saw the Mighty Mighty Slap Train playing ATS, and I got it, and I liked it, and then I found out about ETS, and started spending more time there because ATS was new, and it wasn't really, it's like it wasn't quite, I mean, it was playable, but it wasn't as developed as ETS, and there really wasn't a lot of mod content. So I found ATS, then I got into ETS, and I stuck with ETS for a while. And didn't really spend a lot of time in ATS. Yeah, I think I'm saying this right. But I just jumped in, as you do. So it was, I really didn't, I don't want to say I didn't know what I was doing, but you know, I got ETS and I just got all the DLC that were available at the time, which I believe was Going East and Scandinavia. And I didn't know. I just drove around and had a good time. But having played the game as much as I have, the camera on this game is tricky enough, and then it also shares a stick with the shift control. So the right stick controls the camera, and then you click down on it to shift. But sometimes I don't always click down on it, so then when I really muscle that right stick to shift, I'm jerking the camera around. So I'm saying I didn't really have any expectations, or I just didn't know what was up. I was just enjoying myself in places like Scandinavia. I didn't, you know what I mean? But now, having spent as much time as I have in those sims, hundreds and hundreds of hours, I'm looking forward to Oregon in a really different way than I've ever looked forward to a DLC before, because I feel like I'm into the game enough that I actually know what I'm expecting, if that makes sense. Whereas before it was just like, oh, you know, a DLC, I'll get it because I just, you know, get any DLC that they release. But now there's a genuine expectation, and I think I'm making sense. I hope I am. Okay, so we got that one. And I think, is there anything over here? Nope, all good down here. So I think, let's go back up this way. And over here. Over here. Right. And then right in there. There we go. So yeah, in that way, I'm really looking forward to Oregon. And I hope they nail it. I know for the most part, the factory SCS DLC is typically really good. And I expect Oregon to be as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. Because I do... And like I said, I mean, there's no real point system in the truck sims, but I know it is possible to be good at those sims. And I feel like I've played them enough and I'm into them enough that I could consider myself to be a good sim trucker. And in that way, I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, enough about that. What else is going on? Oh, I've got a new sim for the channel. I call it a sim. I'm going to record that as soon as I'm done with this Spintires video. We'll put this into render, and then I'm going to hop on that other new sim, make a video for that. And after I post it, you'll have to let me know what you think, because I myself don't know what I think. I mean, I don't know. Making a video game is clearly very difficult. It has to be, because, you know, it's like making a movie. Like, you see a movie and you think, oh, that sucked, you know. And then when you realize how hard it is to make a movie, like even making a commercial, like a TV commercial, is hard to do it right. And just the logistics of it and all the things that need to be coordinated, and you know what I mean? It's really effing hard. And I think about video games and how, you know, you get a game, pay full retail for it, and you play it and it's like, nope, missed it. You know, they just didn't get it. And it's crazy to think that people that make video games professionally would ever just like miss it. And I know in the movie industry, you'll hear people talk about a movie that they've made, and you can hear in their interviews and when they're promoting it, you can hear in their voices like they know they missed it. They know they absolutely just dropped the ball on that. It's not a good movie, and they know it's not a good movie. And when I think about games, I think the same thing. Like, do people know when they make a video game and it's just not all that? Do they know that? And I sort of think they have to, because I'm guessing that most game developers are also pretty avid gamers. So you'll have to tell me what you think of it. I really don't know what I think of it. I want to be positive. I also want to give it a chance. I don't want to, you know, play it for 5 minutes and then say, oh, you know, whatever. I really want to give it a chance. But at the moment, I'm a bit, I have to say, perplexed. So we'll see. I'll record it, and then you tell me what you think. And what else is going on? I don't have my wheel. I don't have my wheel with me. And there's there's enough space here that I could easily set up my wheel, but I don't know if I want to. And the reason is, moment, where's my marker? There it is. The reason is, it is an Airbnb, and that's kind of a, you know what I mean? Like, when you're in an Airbnb, you kind of make yourself at home, but not that much. And when you get the wheel set up, even though it's not like massive or anything, it's not like a full game chair. When you get the wheel set up, like, you've sort of taken over the office. And there are 2 desks up here, there's plenty of room. But I still, you know what I mean? I don't want to be a total a-hole. So we'll see. But in the meantime, most of the racing games that I have are out. Just because I have them configured now for wheel, and I don't want to... I mean, I know you can, like, write controller profiles, create a controller profile, and then just switch back and forth, so I wouldn't necessarily lose all my wheel settings. But I feel like on some of my race sims, particularly on the more realistic ones, I feel like I've got good settings for my wheel, and I just don't want to mess with them. Like, even if I write them down, even if I can go back to them, it's hard to explain. I feel like I got it right, and I don't want to mess with it. So, now there's a couple race sims I have that we're not really locked in on wheel. We can use a gamepad. So, we've got some options, but there might not be a ton of racing until I get back to a place where I can, like, for real set up my wheel. For real set up my wheel? Uh-oh. Oh, dear. I think we're going to be all right. We'll do repairs when we get to this little sandbar here. I hope. I hope. Oh, dear. We got it? We still moving? Barely. Barely. Come on. Oh, and it's getting dark, too. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on, little buddy. You got this. You got this. Beautiful. Get some lights on. Right. So we'll get through here. You know what? Let's save repair points and just repair when we get to the garage. I think we have enough health to get there. And then if for some reason we don't, then we can do repair. But let's hold off on that for the moment. For the moment. And I think this episode I'm just going to do all the watch points. I know that's not terribly exciting, but you know what? It's part of the process. Part of the whole. So I think this episode I'll do all the watch points, and then off camera I'll go in and probably get a crane situated. That seems to work well when we do, like, take a truck with a crane on it to one of the log stations and just kind of leave it there, and then take our log hauling trucks to it, load them up, and then just transport with them. Although, I mean, if you want to mix it up a little bit, the other thing we can do is make some trucks that have both the crane and the cart. This is really, it's really pretty. Is that a thumbnail? I think, well, it's got a flag, though. Kind of ruins it. Should we go over here, discover this? No, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll just take it out in post. I can Photoshop that flag out of there. Right. So we got that one. Beautiful. What else we got? We got one here. I guess we could just go straight. Close enough, right? So then we go here, 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 and here. And then how many more we got? 1, 2. Okay. Is that it? I guess this is a big one here because this whole area down here is still... Okay. So, let's get out of this little swampy area. Still doing okay on fuel. And we're going right past the garage, so we'll pull in there. That'll take care of our repair problem. And it may not refill us on fuel, but it typically adds just a little bit. Just a little bit. Where's the... what? Where's the road? Oh, it's right, like... okay, I see it. It's at a funny angle. There it is. There it is. Okay. So. I just want to be creeping. There we go. Now we're creeping. I think one of those watch points in the center is a really big one, because we do have some areas south of where we are now that look like they ought to be revealed, but they're not quite. So I think we just oh, make it, oh, come on, beautiful. So yeah, we'll get everything revealed, and then I'll tee some things up for the next episode. There's our where's our garage? Is it right back here? Is it here? Yeah. So we'll get full repairs. A little bit of fuel. Better than nothing. How are we doing on time? 22 minutes. Perfect. Now that truck has a little fuel in it, but we're doing okay on fuel. Should we go back around? Yeah, this looks like maybe. Looks like maybe there's a... you know what I mean? A little... yeah. Okay. We gotta find the entrance. Is it through the garage? It looks like it might be. Not through the garage, you know what I mean, but like... kind of, yeah, there we go. There's a little road. Okay. Right. You know, the weird thing about these maps is a lot of them, there are some different themes. You know, some of them are a little grayer, some of them are a little greener, but they sort of all look the same. So it can be a little, even if you've been on the same map before, it can be a little tricky to like remember like the, you know what I mean? There's some secret back ways and tricks like, oh, for this one I got to go here, and then for this one you should probably go over here. But since everything kind of looks the same, it's tricky to remember that stuff. Or at least for me it is. I don't know, you may have a different experience, but for me it's tricky to remember like where everything goes. Nope. Nope. There we go. What? How did I do that? And now I'm all zoomed in. Moment. There we go. Is it this way? Seems like it could be. So it should be right back there in the trees. Can I get right back there through the trees? says we're close. Can I fit it through here? Oh. Well, that was a little hokey, but we did get it. So we want to go... I mean, it looks like we can get out this way. I may be causing myself like a world of trouble here, but we'll give it a go. Let's go here and then here. Huh. Is there a tree in front of me? I can't even see. Oh dear. Now I've done it. So then what I'll do is... Moment. Okay. Whew. Always exciting. Always exciting. So we're going to need to move one waypoint because it's a little... No, we're just going to move all of them. Let's just go right there. And then down here. And then there, and then there. Okay. So... in fact, we're not even going to do that. Because I can see the road. Let's just get to it. There we go. Okay. 2 more watch points. We're still good on fuel. Ooh. If there's a trick to driving these trucks on pavement, I have not learned it yet. I feel like they're just fighting me every time we get on pavement. But it could be that way in real life. Don't know. So I think we're going to go right past the gatehouse. The little, I don't know, barricade, whatever. And then I think just take a... Oh, hey, there's our little guy. Hey, buddy. I think we're going to go right here and look for our road. Not a road. Not really. Oh, you know what? Okay. It looks like a road, but it's not. I don't just want to drive straight to it. Let's try this. Let's drive down this way a ways and see if we see a road off to the... Uh-huh. There's one. There's a little track. Beautiful. Back on the road. There you go. Now, is it this way or this way? I suppose we could go this way. Getting closer. Alright, that was easy. Alright. Done and done. So then we'll go, it's the quickest way out of here, we'll go back here, and then here, and then there, and then there, and then there. That's a tricky one too. Right, so. This way, and I feel like that other one is tricky because it's not like the way that I have us trying to get into it. I feel like that's not how you get into it. I want to say we come up from the south. I don't know. We'll take a look when we get closer. Come on, get up there. There you go. And we're still doing all right on fuel. Camera, come on. So, here, what? How'd that work? Okay. That, was not what I wanted. But, so that goes there. And that goes there. And then that goes there. Okay. How did we end up going exactly the wrong way? What happened there? Okay. We're back on track now. Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully. Right. So from here, Okay, well, we'll just figure out a way to make this happen. Is there anything here? Ah. Not really. Not really. I mean, I don't necessarily want to just try to go through these trees, but it's not that far in front of us. Let's try this. What about this? Aha. This is a mistake. Okay. Yep, that's a mistake. Okay. Well, now I've done it. All right, so. Oh. Is that a road? Okay. That's a paved road. Okay, so I guess we're on the other side. Right. Oh. All right. Never mind. That was easy. I just needed to get to it the smart way. Very cool. All right. How we doing on time? 36 minutes. That's perfect. Folks. There we go. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Spintires Mudrunner from The Crossing. I will see you next time. Take care now.